welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this gorgeous glowy sunset eye look. And yeah, that's about it. So let's just get right into it. So I've already filled in my eyebrows and primed my lids with concealer. So taking the NYX Aviant Pop palette, I am taking that purpley shade and I am blending this into my crease with a big fluffy brush. Then taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, I am taking the shade Red Ochre, and with a smaller, denser, fluffy brush, I am blending this into my crease again. I'm keeping this one a little bit lower than the other one. So then taking the ColourPop shadow in the color Babykins, and I know this is part of their holiday collection, so I don't think it's available anymore, but I kind of think this step was a little bit unnecessary because this next shadow, which is another ColourPop shadow in the color Porter, kind of covered up what we did. It worked a lot better for what I wanted, and this one is available still. And yeah, I'm just using a synthetic brush to deepen up the crease. And then I'm coming back in with the color Red Ochre, and I am blending out the shade Porter. And then coming back in with the purpley shade from the NYX palette, I'm blending those other two shades out. So then going back into the NYX palette, I'm taking this beautiful orangey shade and taking some setting spray, I am packing the shadow onto my brush and then I'm spraying it to help intensify the color a little bit more. And then I'm just packing it onto the lid. I'm kind of carving it out almost like this is a cut crease, but it's not a cut crease. So then I'm taking Porter again, and I am reinstating this color because it kind of got covered up by the orange. I'm just making sure that orange shade is nice and blended out. And then I'm taking Red Ochre again, and then coming back through with the purpley shade from the NYX palette again. And then I'm just reinstating that orangey color because it kind of got blended away. So then I'm just cleaning up with a baby wipe, and I'm kind of taking the edge of this and using this to sharpen up the outer corner just a little bit. And now I'm taking the Benefit Professional primer, and I am putting this over my pores, my acne scars, and kind of through the T-zone. Because this also kind of helps control oil, and that's where I am the most oily. And then I'm taking the NYX Photo Loving primer, and I'm spreading this over the rest of my face. Make sure we have a nice base. So now I'm taking a little bit of concealer and using this Morphe E30 brush, I am blending this over where I have a few blemishes and also kind of into my pores and acne scars. It kind of sounds gross, but it helps hide them a little bit better. So now I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. That's a mouthful. But I'm just pouncing this into my skin using a damp sponge. And I kind of forgot about this foundation. I think for whatever reason I thought I didn't like it, but I've kind of rediscovered it, and I've been wearing this like non-stop lately. It just gives a really beautiful, healthy glow to the skin. So then I'm taking the Morphe 439 brush, I believe, and I am using this to blend the foundation into my neck. It's a lot easier to use a brush for this as opposed to a sponge. I feel like I have a bit more control using brush. So then taking the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and I am using this to conceal and highlight, so I'm just kind of placing this in those areas, under the eyes, center of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, chin, and then I'm just blending this out with that same damp sponge. I also took that concealer and put it along the edge of the shadow to kind of further help make that edge nice and crisp, I guess. I'm horrible with describing things. I'm so sorry. And then I'm taking that E30 brush again, and I'm using this to blend the foundation and stuff into my nose area. And then taking the RCMA No Color Powder, I am using this to set first underneath my eyes so we don't have any creasing. And then I'm using this to set the rest of my face as well, using this tiny little under eye brush because I'm too lazy to grab a big fluffy brush to do this, which I ended up doing anyway. So then taking the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, I'm using this to bronze up my skin, bronze up my forehead and my cheeks, and also my neck area. Taking a thinner contour brush, I am using the Hoola Bronzer again to contour my cheekbones and my nose a little bit, because this bronzer works really well for both bronzing and contouring. For the love of God, please close your mouth. I think anyone who is a mouth breather understands my pain in this. I'm taking my Jacked Up Becca Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill face palette collaboration. And I know this face palette is not available anymore, but I know you can get the highlighters and the blushes in separate pans, I believe. I know you can at least get the blush that I used, which was that middle blush called Amaretto. So then taking a tapered brush, I'm using this to help blend out the blush and the bronzer to make sure there's no harsh lines and making sure that they transition very nicely together. And then going back into this poor palette, I'm taking Champagne Pop, which is the one that is broken in there, so I'm trying not to let it spill out. But I'm just popping this onto my cheekbones. So then I'm setting my face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. Then I'm taking Porter and I am blending this on the inner and outer half of my lower lash line, kind of make it a halo effect. I'm going in with red ochre and blending this in the same areas. And I'm also trying to connect this to the edge that we created on the top. And then I'm grabbing that orangey shade and I'm popping this right in the center. And then I'm taking the purpley shade from the NYX palette and I'm using this to further help blend. And then taking the shade Tempera, I'm using this to highlight my brow bone. And then going back into that Jaclyn Hill Becca face palette, I'm taking the other highlighter in there, which is Prosecco Pop. I'm using this to highlight my inner corner, and I'm also taking this and popping it right on the very center of my lid. So then I'm taking my Maybelline Unstoppable liner. I'm lining my lower lash line, and then I'm also tight lining with this. I cannot speak. So I'm just curling my lashes really quick, and then I'm going to hit the top lashes with Smashbox X-Rated Mascara. And then just hitting the lower lash line with L'Oreal Telescopic. Then as you can see, I have touched my face with the mascara wand, which that's okay. You just kind of want to leave that alone and wait for it to dry. If you try to mess with it now, it'll smear everywhere. And then I'm popping on these Ardell Wispies lashes. I thought they looked really gorgeous with the eye look, since there's no liner involved. And then taking a brow spoolie, I am using this to kind of help separate the lashes a little bit. They're kind of clumped together. And then going back to that mascara spot on our face, I actually just took the shade Tempera that we used on the brow bone and covered it up with that because it kind of matched my skin tone anyway, but it would probably work a lot better if you just put a little bit of concealer over it and then set that back down with a powder. And honestly, you could just use like a nude lip or something, but I really wanted to use this lipstick. This is the ColourPop Ultra Metallic lipstick, I believe. And it is in the color Flutter. And I thought this lipstick really helped tie everything together. I thought it went really well with the eyes and kind of the overall glowy effect. And I'm sorry that my lips are hiding behind the mirror apparently, but here's a better shot of what it looked like. And here's the finished look, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really had a lot of fun putting this together. I thought it was gorgeous. I really liked it. I will have all the products that I used linked in the description box. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!